Hey guys, Skilled Legend here, and today I wanted to talk about this term that's on the screen right now, Pokemon Master. Now, the reason that I wanted to bring this up is because there's been a lot of talk and speculation about the things that might happen in the Sun and Moon anime, and there's still a lot of discussion about how uh, Ash has never won a league and how it's impossible, and all these other little details that keep popping up about that um, certain um, that certain topic and how it will never happen in the anime unless the show is going to end. And I honestly believed that for the longest time as well. There was a article that was done by Satoshi and then another one of the directors. His name is Mas Masamitsu Hideka. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But anyways, he was the director of the Battle Frontier storyline, and I know that was years ago, and this article was done in 2008, and I think the Satoshi one was done even earlier than that. I think it was, might be wrong, but 2002 or 2003. But anyways, both articles had stated that the anime would end when Ash would become with Ash becoming a Pokemon Master, and that would be how you would determine that the show was over or not. Now, that's the thing though. The key word there isn't winning a league. It isn't, you know, um, that kind of thing. In fact, it's kind of disappointing that they keep making the same option of having Ash lose the league. Um, because it really isn't necessary for him to, like, it's not a step that automatically makes him a Pokemon Master. Uh, in fact, there's a lot more to it than that. There was episodes back in the original series where Bruno told him it was only the first step in becoming a Pokemon Master was to win a league. So it's like not even fully the beginning or meaning of becoming a Pokemon Master. It's only a step in becoming that. In fact, the games are way different than the anime. The anime, you have to go through the whole league, and then once you beat the league, you have to beat the Elite Four. Then once you beat the Elite Four, you have to beat the champion. And so becoming a champion of a league doesn't even fully mean that you're a Pokemon Master yet either. They've never really 100% described what it means for Ash wanting to be a Pokemon Master, even though they've explained that, being a champion is fairly close to that. I'd assume that if you were a champion of multiple regions, that would be considered a Pokemon Master, but that just might be my opinion. But the thing is they could have easily had Ash win the Kalos League, and that's I think why a lot of people are disappointed, including some of the people who were actually part of the team of writers and animators and such. And because I think I don't remember if this is true or not, but some people were posting about how on Twitter about how even some of the animators and writers were disappointed that he didn't win the league, that they really didn't want to write that story because they knew that they were going to kill their own ratings. And, I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I can see where the frustration comes from because that doesn't mean that they needed to end the series. In fact, it would be cool to have even just one season where Ash wins the league and gets to actually go meet some of the Elite Four members or face them, even if he gets only to the first one or he gets to the third one or he doesn't even make it to the champion. It would just be nice to see that, and especially since they had this big loophole that Ash could beat um Diantha. Like, he literally could have beat Diantha with his full-on Greninja. Um, Once he, you know, had mastered the power, and then he loses to Alon. It really just doesn't make sense to me. Um, but I guess that's the story that they wanted to tell. or were forced to tell. But anyways, I just wanted to mention this because it is stated in those interviews that for Ash to become a Pokemon master, it doesn't necessarily mean that the show would end when he actually wins a league. There's a lot more steps to it. It's one inter. In fact, the person in the interview said, uh, "quote uh, winning the regional Pokemon League grants one entry into the Champion League." So I mean, it doesn't even mean that he would necessarily be a Pokemon Master at that point. If he just even, won a league, he would have to do so much more than that. There's more steps and there's more challenges ahead of him that he has to face. And it would just be nice to kind of see those challenges fleshed out, especially in the XYZ series, when we had everything. We had Ash Greninja, we had Serena cheering him on, we had everything that could have made a great series, and had him flesh out those new challenges before him, but it just never came to fruition. I feel like it's a really big missed opportunity unless they are planning on having Serena return and having her, with her new maturity and her new progress within contests and battling, because battling is a big part of contests, but having her own unique style and her positivity and her reinforcement of the never give up attitude, have her return and help Ash meet out these new um, challenges, or this new level of progression uh, that he's never had to deal with before. Um, I don't know if they are planning on doing what they did in the games and having him actually become the champion and ending the show. I don't know. But based on what I've seen right now, I don't think that that is even the direction that they're planning on going in. Uh, I don't even know if they have everything planned out, even though they should. But I don't know. I just really don't know what to think of the Sun and Moon series so far. I feel like they had a lot of missed opportunities that they could have capitalized on, to make things a lot better. uh, and it's a little disappointing. Not just because the series is bad. It's just that you know I keep continuing to harp on this. They could have used the characters that they already had and had them make returns, and I still stand behind that because a lot of people agree with me, at least at this point, that these characters are not new, and it's really not their fault. I mean, Serena wasn't really a new character in herself, but she just had enough differences that people didn't really focus on those things that she had similarities with. But like, we're getting 20 years into the anime and all these characters have already been created in some way, shape, or form, and they just don't feel unique anymore. It's not their fault. It's just that we're so far in the anime that it just all the stories that they're telling, they're repeating, and it's just not very unique, and it's not something that the fans really care for. I mean, basically, we already have the jokes that, you know, so Lafakis is Clement 2.0, or Fat Clement, and then we have other people saying that Lana is she's basically being the retold story of Dawn, um, with everything that's happened so far in her latest episode. And then we have, you know, Kawhi, who acts a lot like Alon did. He he really likes to kind of be behind the scenes and not really get too crazy about things, but he does have a love for his Pokemon and a love for battling. And then we have you know Mallow, who is a lot like, she has those quirky kind of um what's it called? She has like those quirky kind of qualities that you know kind of remind me of May a little bit. She's the only character that I could see that's not really like been a carbon copy of someone else yet. It just depends on where they go with her development, and hopefully they don't make her have like something like Lana, where it was basically her story is a carbon copy of what happened with Dawn. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous at this point. Um, and hopefully it gets better, and hopefully we get something um, that kind of makes all of the story stand out a little bit more. Right now it's just really slow and kind of, it's a little disappointing, especially after XY had such a quick start. Don't get me wrong, XY wasn't the best series with the best start, but I mean, it was, you were thrown into the action right away. I mean, it just, you got excited about the region very quickly. Whereas, they gave us Ash and Pikachu doing an awesome Z move and showing us Tapu Koko, and then everything just kind of slowed down after that. And we're getting introduced to these characters that, you know, previously, I don't know. I just don't feel like the introductions to the characters' backstories needs to be told at this point. And why are we even learning about their backstories? Because there's too many of them for us to even like really consider or care about. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of information and it's not necessary, especially since, you know, we're going to learn the backstory of these characters, and just like every other character that they've done, they're going to be gone in 3 years. It's just really, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore about the anime. I really thought that they were going to change stuff, and I really just feel like there is literally just going to be this continuous trend of, you know, we get these great characters, we get, you know, well, I guess they're going to get subpar and subpar because there's less and less characters that they can make that are original now. But they make these great characters, give them great stories, then they're off on their own adventures and never return. It really is frustrating. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that if Ash wins the league, he should just have his story ended? Or do you agree that, with these other people who think that the story should continue even though he, didn't win a league? Or do you think that, winning a league should just be it and that should be everything? Because these interviews say that, for him to become a Pokemon Master, it's more than just winning a league. But at this point, would you even care if it was just winning a league since it's been such a long time? Or are you okay with the anime maybe going on another 10 years because Ash has to win a league and then beat the Elite Four? Or do you think that they would rush that kind of thing and make it, happen a lot faster just so they can end the series? And do you even think that the Sun and Moon series is going to, flesh out to be a good series? I kind of hope so. I really want to hope so. But, I mean, start is just so slow, and we're getting character introductions already, and I don't know how I can. I don't know. I just really don't think that I can deal with an introduction to 5 characters right off the bat. I feel like they should have fleshed them out later on. Maybe give like one backstory now and then give the other backstories throughout the series. That way, we can get into some other exciting things without having to have everything pushed onto 5 episodes or whatever. Because, I mean, even Serena's story was fleshed out over multiple episodes. Even Clement's story was fleshed out over a couple of episodes. And that was only for, those 2 characters. Because Bonnie's story is tied to Clement. Like, yeah, they were kind of but at least they were fleshed out over, a couple of um, a couple of episodes at different times. They weren't all forced onto us at the beginning and in particular order. So I just really hope that they don't continue this trend and I really hope that we can get into something else because I just don't know how much longer I can stay interested in this. I know that sounds bad, but what do you guys think of the anime so far? I know quite a few of you like it, but I want to know why you guys like it, or what you guys look forward most to in it. What do you guys want to see happen in it? And as always, any other comments that you guys would like to leave. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.